Alright, so today we're going to take a look at how the reproduction power pack for the 6667 charger works, and we're going to compare it to the kind of the output of an original, factory original power pack for a 6667 charger. So here's a picture of one. It's located behind the glove box. White wire is the alternating current, about 250 volts, 250 hertz. Orange wire is the 12 volts, 12 to 14 volts in DC. And rebuilt one of these for a guy last week, and I hooked it right up to the multimeter in the DC power supply, about 13.5 volts going into it, and I got 200 volts AC coming out of the original, and it started dropping right off. So 200, 199, 198, 195, and so on. After about a minute, it was down to 100. And pretty easy to rebuild. Just flip it over, and the failing part's a capacitor. So got some spares. Here's an original. Just cut that guy out and put the new one in. So it's a 600 volt, 0.05 microfarad coaxial lead capacitor. Put that in, and it worked great. So after putting in the new capacitor, I got 280 volts AC constant output with no load, no dash gauges, and I hooked up a kind of an old dash gauge set, and it dropped it down to about 215 with the load. So we're going to test this guy and see what it gives us doing the same setup. So as you can see, I don't have this on yet right now, but this, I think it's putting out a little over 13 volts. And I got the ground hooked up to the dash cluster and to the reproduction power pack. And got the power going in to the connector, so that's the DC power in right here. This lead comes over and hops onto the multimeter. Multimeter ground is not connected yet, so we're reading 0 volts, nothing's on. And then we got one more lead that we can plug in to the dash cluster when that's time to kind of get the voltage of it. So let's fire this up and touch the ground on the multimeter. So 13.6 volts DC, and very little amount of current. So it's humming away, and we're going to go ahead and touch this, and 228. So right off the bat, it's lower than the original unit without a load on it. The original one that I had rebuilt was at 280. We're seeing 228. Let's connect up the. Be very careful about this. I've already been initiated once. I've already had my fastback charger initiation, so don't need to go through that twice. So we're getting lighting, and you kind of see it there. It's lighting up. So the original one I had rebuilt. So now we're down to 140, about 140 volts, AC volts. I got it on the 200 setting, or the 500 setting, as you can see there. So about 140 volts with the load on it, which, as I said, the original that had rebuilt just by replacing the capacitor is about 215. So that's where we're at. And this picture was kind of interesting. So this is the picture that's being used to sell the reproduction power pack. Well, this picture is a crop image of this picture, and this picture is actually one that yours truly took back in October 2004 after rebuilding an original car's power pack, so an original Charger's power pack, and that charger is still have it. So red charger you can see downstairs, and still got it. So that's this car, and kind it's a little misleading. So yeah, it does show the electroluminescence, but that electroluminescence was done with an original rebuilt power pack, not this one. And there you have it.